Now we will talk about classifier. Classifiers are used in cases where we do not have to guess a value, but we have to guess a class, or we need to consider yes or no, or whether we just want to make a prediction on a particular class, if this is going to happen or not, if this belongs to a certain category or not. So let us consider distinguishing between two kinds of coins. There is a coin A and coin B based on their weight and diameter. So the weight and diameter of the two coins are given here. So coin A has diameter is equal to 3 and the weight is 1, and coin B has diameter is equal to 1 but the weight is 3. So let us try to understand how we are going to make the prediction. If we try to visualize these two coins on x and y axis, keeping diameter on x and weight on y, we can see that coin A is in red color and coin B is in green color. And if we try to build a linear separation between these 2 points, we can see y is equal to ax would be that right separation value, where the y is equal to width and x is equal to diameter and a is equal to the slope of the line. So basically we are trying to predict the value of weight based on diameter, and a is the slope that will help us distinguish between the values. Now let's try to build up a simple classifier that will help us to separate between these two coins. So consider a coin which has diameter 3 and weight 1.0. So we will substitute the value of y is equal to ax, and if we keep y is equal to 1, so or the weight value is equal to 1, so y is equal to 2.5 into 3, which is coming to be 0.5. So the value of that particular coin is going to be or the y value of that particular coin is going to be 0.75 based on the weight. So for a coin of diameter 3, the weight should be 0.75, which is less than the actual value of 1, and in our case we want the value of x to be greater than 1. So to separate these two categories, so we will take the weight as 1.1, and therefore the error that we are going to talk about here is, so target value is 1.1 but our value is 0.75, which is 0.35 is the error that we are getting. So 0.75 we have got because we have considered the weight as 1 and we have put the value of y and x over here, or we have put the values correspondingly values here over here, and we are getting y value as 0.75. So if we are taking this random assumption, so 1.1 minus 0.75, the error is 0.35. And if we talk about and if we put this on the x and y axis, where x axis the diameter is there and y axis we have weights, so the value or the line which is y is equal to 0.75 and the actual desired value where y is equal to 1.1, the value difference between y is equal to 1.1 and the y is equal to 0.75 is basically the error, which is 0.35. So this, out of these two lines, we can see that correct prediction is not done by the y is equal to 0.75, and that is the reason we are getting an error due to this line. So we can see this relationship between a and e, where the linear function of the classifier is y is equal to ax, and as we want to design an equation that can correctly classify, the equation with the line t is equal to a plus delta a into x. So the error can be formulated as t minus y, that is ax plus delta ax minus ax, which is delta of ax, and delta a is going to be e by x, which is 0.35 divided by 0.3, which is coming out to be 0.1667. So what is this delta a? Basically it is nothing but the error divided by the value of x. So we are trying to find out the error divided by value of x, that is our delta a. So amount of increase required in a is, basically the a value has to be increased by 0.25. The value is 0.25. It has to be increased by 0.1167 in order to get 0.3667. So the value of or the increase in a has to be 0.1167, and the final outcome should be 0.3667. So same procedure for coin B. is going to happen, which has diameter 1 and weight is equal to 3.0, and when a is equal to 0.366 and x is equal to 1.0, we get the value of y is equal to 0.366 into 1, which is 0.366. So the target value to be less than 3. So we take the value, so we will take the value 2.9, and as the error is 2.9 minus 0.36, which is 2.533. And similarly here also the new value of error or new value of a is going to be 0.366 plus 2.533, which is 2.9. So now what is happening here? We are trying to find out the value of a in a way that trying to understand how much error also it is making. So the initial line along with the two updated lines can be plotted as this: y is equal to 2.90, and the second line we can see the classifier, the line that we can see here is uh, so the classifier is not like the desired one, and substituting each value randomly is a tedious process. So we can see that the line keeps on jumping from here to here, and it will keep on jumping like this. So we need a constant separation so as to give correct separation between these two categories, that is red, green and red categories. So to introduce so we need to introduce a moderating factor called the learning rate. Now what is happening is, while we are transitioning ourselves from here till here and then again back, so we are not going to get a proper classifier. So for that we require a learning rate so as to moderate the speed of learning or moderate the speed of improvisation. And learning rate will basically learning rate, so we will have delta a is equal to L into e by x. So basically learning rate is going to be L into e by x, and L will moderate now the speed of finding out an optimum classifier in this linear classification. So if L is equal to 0.5 and A is equal to 0.25, then delta A is going to be 0.5 into 0.35 divided by 3.0, which is coming to be 0.0583. Now, if you want to update the weight of A, it is going to be 0.25 plus 0.0583. So constantly we are going to keep on changing the value of A based on this learning rate, and it will moderate the flow of coming over an optimal value of A. So from training example of coin A, where y is equal to 0.3083 into 3.0, it is going to be the value is 0.9350, and for coin B, 0.3083 into 1, the value of y is going to be 0.3083. So the desired value is 2.9. So if we minus it, 2.9 minus 0.3083, we can see 2.5917 is coming for E value, and delta is nothing but to E by R or E by so sorry, delta A is going to be E by X, and that's why 2.5917 divided by the X value, which is 1.0, and we multiply this with learning rate here as well. So finding it for A or finding it for B, in both the cases we are multiplying it with learning factor 0.5, and now the delta A value is 2.59. And if you see the new value of A, so 0.3083 plus 1.29 value. So basically here there is a mistake. We need to get the value as 1.29. Okay, so when we add this value, we are getting the value as 1.60. Now the new value of 1.60 is something that will actually tell us the value of A and B as well for both coin A and coin B. So simple predictor. So we have seen that how these predictors are actually going to work. So basically what is happening, I will tell you. So we have a coin A and coin B, and we want to guess it whether it is going to be a coin A, whether it is going to be a coin B, based on a linear separation, and we want a fine separator between these two green and red dots. And what we do is we are optimizing the values of the weights that will help us build up this line, and this line is a linear separation. So as this is a line that separates out these two categories, so it will be made out of equation y is equal to mx plus c, or y is equal to mx, considering that this passes through the origin or the zero line. and the weights are the important factors basically here. But what happens is when we are trying to find out an optimal line between line which can separate out these two categories, it becomes difficult because of the fact that the line does not converge to the optimum value. If these two lines or if these 2 points are very much close to each other, so it will be a very difficult for the line to separate it out. So that is why we require the phenomenon of adjusting the weight, these weights on time to time basis to get an optimum line. Now when we are trying to get an optimum line, this optimal line, the weights are adjusted accordingly on this optimum line. And as we are getting this optimum line, uh, we need to moderate the flow by which how this optimum line is reached out. So for that we require this phenomenon of learning rate, which will moderate the speed by which we will come to an optimum line which can separate out these two classes separately. And that's how it works in a simple classifier. Now if we talk about a multiple classifier, so simple predictors are classifiers that takes input and do some calculations and give an output. So they are not enough to solve the complex problems to be implemented by this neural networks. So for that, multiple classifier use Boolean logic in machines and take multiple inputs and give one single output. So basically what happens is we take multiple inputs and there is a logical function that will compute the logical calculations to so as to find out the probability of this set of inputs to be in a certain category, and based on this probability values we decide out on a particular class. So that happens in a multiple classifier where we take Boolean logics in machines. So now let us consider the example of AND gate which only has true values if both the inputs are true, and let us try to understand it with the help of this tabular arrangement of data. Now in this AND gate we have input A and input B, and the value of input A and input B is 0 0. If the value is 0 0, both the values are 0, that's why it is going to be 0. If it is 1 1 0 1, the value both the sides as we can see that one side is 0 and other side is 1. So as per the AND gate it has to be 0 1. Okay, it has to be 1 1 in order to be true. So if any one of the value is false, so it will be 0 only, and 1 0 the value is 0, and 1 1 both the conditions are true, that's why we can say that the output is also going to be true. So the output is equal to true happens only if 1 1 is going to occur, and that's the only one scenario in which it happens. Okay, so if you want to divide this entire sheet or entire chart in a way that it separates out, so this is going to be our prediction value 1 1, and this is how a line has to be developed. So we are in a search of this line which can linearly separate between these four data points based on the value of input A and input B. uh, Dividing this line we have to ignore because 0 0 is going to be 0 all the time, it is not going to be true. So these three belongs to a single category, this belongs to some other category, and this is how the correct line has to be. Please ignore this line. And so we are in search of a line which can linearly separate this logical. So multiple classifier build up a logical understanding between the data, and based on this logical input only it will draw a conclusion or create a classifier. Now we are talking about the OR gate here. In this OR gate we can see um, in this OR gate we can see the values of the truth table of the values for input gate A and input B is given here. So if the input A has value 0011, input B has value 0101. So if both the values are 0, so it is going to be 0, otherwise it is going to be 1. So in any case it is going to be 1. So in this case we can see the logical dividing line, this line that we are talking, current line, this logical line basically divides perfectly the data points into two halves. That is, the first part, this part basically is for 0 only, and these three red dots are basically indicates the category as 1. So this is how a separation, this linear separation basically helps us out to build up the correct guessing of the data whether it is going to be in the category 0 or whether it is going to be in the category 1. Now XOR gate only has true if either one of the true values are going to be true. If both the values are true, it is going to consider as false. If both the values are false, it is going to consider as false. It requires only explicitly one value has to be true, and we can see it in the truth table as well. In the truth table, we can see the input value A, input value B, and input value C. And input A, the values are 0 0 1 1, and input B, the values are 0 1 0 1. And input C, the values are we can see that if both the values are 0 0 in input A and input B, the final value, the output is going to be 0. If one value is 0, other value is 1, it is going to be 1. One value is 1, other value is 0, it is going to be 1, because it is XOR gate. And if both the values are true, still it is going to be 0, because it accepts only one and another should be 0. And if we talk about logically separating it out, so right now we can see that it is difficult. We can see there needs to be a dual boundary in order to separate this data out. A single boundary is difficult, we can see, or either in this case we need a separator which can definitely consider like this, a sigmoidal structure or something like that in a single category, and these two in a single category. Some kind of non-linear separation requires to be there in order to separate. But here also the separation of this data is based on logical gates and logical values. So that's how the separation happens here. So we to fix this problem, we require two classifier, as I mentioned, or we can have a multiple, or we require a non-linear separator. So we require two lines which can separate these two data, and we can see the green ones are out of these two lines, and anything falls within these two lines are red categories. So here also we will try to understand. So basically classifiers are something which will divide the data in order to have data on both the sides, like one on the particular category and another on the particular category.